There's a famous feminist saying that feminism is the radical notion that women are people. However, the legal battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard exemplifies how the mainstream feminist movement has strayed away from this core value. People can lie and be abusive. These same people can also be victims of abuse too. Two things can be true at once. However, the current mainstream feminist movement seems to be fixed on the idea that only men can be abusers and women can be victims. This simply isn't true, as shown by the Depp v. Heard case. The media is already questioning whether the Depp v. Heard case would mean victims are less likely to come forward. By making Amber Heard the figurehead of domestic abuse victims, you're not doing them justice. And I say this as a victim of domestic abuse. I grew up in a domestically abusive household. I've campaigned on this issue before, and Amber Heard doesn't represent me. And by the feminist movement making this a woman versus man issue, they're undermining real victims of domestic abuse. Amber Heard doesn't represent victims of domestic abuse, and if the media portrays that as such, they're not helping these victims, real victims. I don't want to be compared to Amber Heard, I've never hurt anyone. And if anything, the Depp v. Heard case will encourage domestic abuse victims to come forward. In particular, male domestic abuse victims, which are so underrepresented in domestic violence campaigns and in the media. Hopefully, male domestic abuse victims will see Johnny Depp's story, will see Amber Heard's behaviour and recognise that within their own situation, and hopefully this will give them the courage to speak out. And personally, I don't think domestic abuse should be a feminist issue anymore. It made more sense when women didn't have many legal rights and they didn't have much financial independence. But considering men and women are much more equal nowadays and they both face domestic abuse, we should make it a people's issue, not specifically a feminist issue because it concerns both genders. Amber Heard has admitted to hurting Johnny Depp on tape.
You get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what
me.
the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
Yet Johnny Depp is still seen as the villain in this situation. I can't help but think this comes from the Me Too movement, which emphasises that we should believe all women. We shouldn't believe all women, we should believe all victims. Obviously that's easier said than done, but we should support those around us and we should support our loved ones. The collectivist identity politics approach to domestic violence doesn't work, and it's seen through this case. And when women who have hurt men come forward, this shouldn't be seen to undermine women victims of domestic violence. This has nothing to do with women victims of domestic violence. Because if feminism is the radical notion that women are people, then we need to acknowledge that some women are bad.